retrospect, did you feel that that video made the difference of getting the sale, or do you think that if you had just sent a text or a picture, it would have been different?
If I sent like maybe if I sent a picture and I was like, or even dimensions of like, oh, this, like maybe we would have gotten the sale, but I don't think that we would have the same feeling as, wow, these people really care. And like, I feel like I know this person. I think it would have just been like oh, I'm just buying something from a store.
Yeah, because there's been a thing lately, like a lot of the big people, like Gary Vee, for instance, are talking about instead of sending texts or pictures, send videos. Get like really accountable for what you say and personal, so they can see who this is that I'm speaking to, and that way, if they ever just run across you, they might recognize you. B, if they come into your store, they see you in person, there's an instant connection. So yeah, I mean, I've been definitely on the side of like, should I just send this video to this person? I do a lot of voice notes now. I haven't broken ground and sent a video to somebody yet. But.
My friends and I send Wednesday waffles. We saw it on TikTok. You send a video, like a 30-second, minute-long video of you, and usually we're in the car and it's just like propped up and we're driving, and I'm like, okay, Wednesday waffle, like this is our yeah, it's like so strange. One of my friends found it on TikTok, and we just do like a life update on Wednesdays rather than like texting back and forth, and you just watch the video whenever you have time and make a comment, you know. It's kind of funny.
That's going to be mandatory at TSM.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wednesday waffles here.
I'm going to call it TSM Taco Tuesdays.
I like that.
We're going to roll with it.
Careful, LeBron trademarked Taco Tuesday, so.
Oh, gosh.
I don't think I think that's been squashed already, but besides the point. I don't know where the segue is. Because you took you took us backwards.
At Dwell Home Market, like setting up the Shopify was particularly important for you. But was that like a proud day when you got it connected, or was there like a moment that was like you left and you said to your family, your husband, like, "Oh my God, I did this," or this happened?
We actually went live and like dropped the website once it was kind of working and everything. And I just remember being like I dressed up and I was so proud of myself. And I was like, I can't believe I figured this out. It definitely was a moment that I was like, okay, we can just figure this out. Like, does anybody really know exactly what they're doing? Like, I'm with all these people who I feel like, you know, run all these companies, and really we're all just trying to figure it out one day at a time. And that's what I think is so great about social media too, is like Shopify is constantly updating. Like now they have AI and you can edit right in the app without having to export the photos, and they're moving with us. And that's what I love about Shopify. This is a Shopify ad. That's what I love about Shopify, is they're like constantly updating. And what I hope, please, is that a Shopify expert will, or one of the developers will, work with us, because at some point it's going to be a situation where Dwell really needs to be able to show like AI furniture with different configurations and things like that. And those websites do exist. Like obviously other furniture places have that, but we want to stay on Shopify. And so, and if we want to stay on Shopify, I need Shopify to call me. So I'm like, please, which could be awesome. Yeah.
I bet they'll call.
I hope so.
We'll do our part.
Thank you.
Kevin's got people at Shopify.
There we go.
I'll just start crying. I'll be like, thank you.
I'm gonna make a phone call real quick.
Yeah.
So I talked to you previously, and you had told me that you've made it a really big point in your life to meet with other marketers, other creative people. Could you tell me a little bit about that and how that's impacted your career journey?
Oh, definitely. There was a point where my boss was kind of like, you know, we're going to teach you as much as we possibly can, but it might be beneficial to get a mentor that is in your space specifically.
Your boss told you that?
Yeah. Wow. He was just kind of like, you know, let's just talk to people who are further along in their careers than we are, because he's constantly talking. We're constantly learning, trying to grow, be a sponge is what we always say. And so, yeah, I was like talking to my dad about it, because he's like Tampa local, knows everybody. And he was like, oh, I have the perfect person for you. She's the marketing director of everything at this huge company in Tampa. And I was like, all right. And we met. She was like, oh my gosh, when we met, we were like, we are the same person. You know, you're just like further along in your career than me. Like I'm just starting, and you're you know, you've been doing this a long time. And we had the same type of like, oh, I worked for free for a little while and then I was by myself and now I have a team. And so it was really amazing because I was able to ask her questions that I wasn't sure how to get the answers for. What questions should I be asking my boss to get the type of information and the data that I need to help us succeed? And so we were able to just like, and we've met like maybe every other month, every 3 months or so, but constantly texting and like sending trends back and forth or sending different like information of like, oh, I found this agency that I love, because it's great because we're in completely separate fields. But yeah, I love being able to talk to somebody, especially since I am like kind of the only marketing person as well. I think we all do our part, but to be able to talk to somebody who's like very in this space is so important. Like I almost feel like my professor in college was amazing and she was like head of Quaker marketing for so long. And so she was always really great to talk to too, but which I still call her every once in a while.